Do you ever find yourself wide awake in the dead of night, staring at the ceiling, watching the clock slowly tick past 2 a.m.? Perhaps your mind starts racing, replaying conversations from the day, or suddenly remember something you needed to do. That unsettling feeling of being completely alert when the rest of the world seems to be peacefully asleep. It can be truly frustrating. Can it? You lie there, trying to drift back off, counting sheep, willing yourself back to slumber, but your body just refuses to cooperate. It's a painful reality for so many of us, especially as we get a little older, and it leaves us feeling tired, groggy, and sometimes even a little anxious the next day. But what if I told you that waking up at that specific hour isn't just random? What if your body is actually trying to tell you something important? It's like a secret message. And once you understand what it means, you can take gentle, practical steps to encourage deeper, more consistent sleep. In this video, we're going to explore some common, yet often overlooked, reasons why you might be waking up around 2 a.m. every night, and what simple, everyday habits you can adopt to help quiet your mind and body, leading you back to the restful sleep you deserve. We'll look at 5 gentle approaches that can make a real difference, from how you eat to how you wind down your day. So, stay with me and watch to the very end, because I promise there's a surprising insight waiting for you that could truly change your nights for the better. Let's dive right into the first possibility, one that might surprise you, and it has to do with something as fundamental as what you're eating. Specifically in the evening, many people find themselves waking up around 2 a.m. because of a subtle yet significant dip in their blood sugar. Think of your body as having a delicate internal balance, and your blood sugar levels are a crucial part of that. If you have a dinner that's very heavy in refined carbohydrates, perhaps a large pasta dish without much protein or healthy fats, or you enjoy a sugary dessert late in the evening, your body quickly processes those sugars. Your blood sugar might spike up initially, but then it can crash down hours later, often right around those early morning hours. When your blood sugar drops too low during the night, your body perceives this as a stressor. It releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which are your body's natural alarm system. These hormones are designed to wake you up and get your liver to release stored glucose to bring your blood sugar back up. But the side effect is, well, you're awake, often feeling a little bit anxious or with a racing heart, even if you don't consciously realize why. So, what can you do? The key here is balance. Aim for a dinner that includes complex carbohydrates, like a small portion of whole grains or sweet potato, along with a good source of lean protein, like chicken, fish, or lentils, and some healthy fats, such as avocado or a drizzle of olive oil. This combination helps to stabilize your blood sugar, releasing energy more slowly and steadily throughout the night, preventing those dramatic dips. And it's not just dinner itself. Those late-night snacks can be silent culprits too. Reaching for a biscuit, a bowl of cereal, or a piece of chocolate right before bed might feel comforting in the moment, but it can set you up for that blood sugar roller coaster ride later on. If you absolutely must have a snack, choose something small and balanced. A few almonds, a small piece of cheese, or a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt can be much kinder to your sleep than something sugary. It's about being mindful of how our dietary choices, even seemingly innocent ones, can directly impact our sleep quality. It's not about strict diets. It's about making smarter choices that support your body's natural rhythm. This small shift in your evening meal and snack habits can make a profound difference in maintaining a stable blood sugar level throughout the night, allowing your body to stay in that deeper sleep cycle without those internal alarm bells going off. It truly is one of the foundational steps to reclaiming your peaceful nights. Now that we've discussed what goes into your body, let's talk about how you prepare your body and mind for rest, specifically focusing on crafting a truly peaceful evening wind-down routine. This is our second important habit. In our modern world, we're constantly bombarded with stimulation right up until the moment we try to close our eyes. Our brains are processing news, social media, emails, and thrilling TV shows. It's like running a marathon and then expecting your body to immediately transition into a state of deep relaxation. It just doesn't work that way. Your mind, just like a complex machine, needs time to power down, to cool off from the day's activities. If you're engaging with screens, your phone, tablet, or television right up until bedtime, you're not only stimulating your brain with engaging content, but you're also exposing yourself to blue light. This type of light, emitted from electronic devices, tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing the production of melatonin, which is the natural hormone your body uses to signal that it's time for sleep. So, when you wake up at 2 a.m., it could be your body struggling to find its natural sleep rhythm after being constantly stimulated and having its melatonin production disrupted. The solution here is to create a sacred wind-down period, ideally for at least an hour. But even 30 minutes can make a significant difference before you plan to go to bed. This means no screens, put your phone away, turn off the TV, and step away from the computer. Instead, replace these stimulating activities with calming ones. Think about what truly relaxes you. Perhaps it's reading a physical book under a warm, dim light, not on a backlit e-reader. Or maybe it's listening to some gentle, soothing music, or an audiobook. Some people find comfort in a very light stretching routine, focusing on slow, deliberate movements that help release any physical tension. A warm bath or shower can also be wonderfully relaxing, as the drop in body temperature afterwards signals to your body that it's time to sleep. Another powerful aspect of this wind-down routine is simply quiet reflection. Instead of letting your mind race with worries, you might try a simple breathing exercise. Just focusing on your breath, inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly, can calm your nervous system. Or you could spend a few moments thinking about 3 things you're grateful for from the day. This shifts your mindset from a state of activity and potential worry to one of peace and gratitude, which is a much better foundation for restorative sleep. Consistency is key here. Your body thrives on routine. Going to bed at roughly the same time each night, even on weekends, helps to regulate your internal clock, your circadian rhythm. When your body knows what to expect, it can prepare itself for sleep more effectively, making those middle-of-the-night awakenings less likely. Embracing this gentle transition from your busy day into a calm evening can truly be a game-changer for your sleep. Now that we've talked about what goes into your body and how you prepare for sleep with a calming evening routine, let's consider something else that often brings us out of slumber, especially as we get a little older: trips to the bathroom. Waking up to answer nature's call around 2 a.m. is incredibly common, and while it might seem like a simple issue of drinking too much before bed, it can actually be a bit more nuanced. This brings us to our third important habit: mindful hydration and understanding your bladder health. Many of us are rightly encouraged to stay well hydrated throughout the day, which is excellent for overall health. However, the timing of our fluid intake plays a critical role in our sleep. If you're drinking large quantities of water, tea, or other beverages right before you head to bed, your bladder will naturally fill up during the night, prompting that unwelcome awakening. Our bodies become less efficient at holding urine as we age, and our bladders may also become more sensitive. So, while you might have been able to drink a large glass of water before bed in your younger years, your body might not be as forgiving now. The actionable step here isn't to stop drinking water entirely, which would be detrimental to your health, but rather to shift your hydration strategy. Focus on drinking plenty of fluids throughout the day, especially in the morning and early afternoon. Aim to taper off your fluid intake a couple of hours before your usual bedtime. For example, if you plan to be in bed by 10 p.m., try to finish your last substantial drink by 8 p.m. If you experience a dry mouth during the night, a small sip of water is fine, but avoid guzzling down a large glass. Another factor to consider is what you're drinking. Caffeinated beverages like coffee and certain teas, and especially alcohol, are diuretics. This means they make your body produce more urine, increasing the likelihood of a nocturnal bathroom trip. So, cutting back on these, particularly in the late afternoon and evening, can make a significant difference. It's also worth noting that certain underlying health conditions, like an overactive bladder, prostate issues in men, or even certain medications, can contribute to frequent nighttime urination. If you're consistently waking up multiple times to use the bathroom, despite adjusting your fluid intake, it might be a good idea to chat with your doctor just to rule out any medical causes. Simple bladder training exercises during the day, like gradually increasing the time between bathroom visits, can also help strengthen your bladder's capacity over time. By being mindful of when and what you drink, you can significantly reduce the chances of your bladder being the reason for your 2 a.m. wake-up call, allowing your body to remain in a deeper, more restorative sleep cycle. Next, let's talk about the silent orchestrator of many 2 a.m. awakenings, our minds. This leads us to our fourth crucial habit: befriending your worries and actively managing stress. It's a common story: you're peacefully asleep, and then suddenly, at 2 a.m., your eyes pop open, and your mind is flooded with thoughts. Perhaps it's a concern about finances, a family matter, or something you need to accomplish tomorrow. The quiet solitude of the night, when there are no distractions, often provides the perfect stage for our worries to surface and amplify. During the day, we're busy, we're engaged, and our minds are occupied. But in the stillness of the night, when the usual distractions are gone, those unresolved thoughts and anxieties can demand our attention, triggering a cascade of stress hormones like cortisol, which are designed to keep us alert and ready for action, not to help us sleep. So, even if you feel calm when you go to bed, accumulated stress and unresolved thoughts from the day can manifest as wakefulness in the early hours. The good news is there are gentle, yet powerful, ways to address this. One highly effective strategy is to designate a worry time earlier in the day. This isn't about ignoring your concerns. It's about giving them a dedicated space, perhaps for 15-20 minutes in the late afternoon or early evening. You sit down with a notebook and pen and intentionally write down every single worry, task, or thought that comes to mind. Don't censor yourself. Just get it all out on paper. Once it's written down, you can decide if there's an action you need to take, or if it's something you simply need to acknowledge and then let go of for now. The act of writing it down often helps to release it from your mind. By doing this earlier in the day, you're telling your brain, okay, we've handled these thoughts. You don't need to bring them up in the middle of the night. Mom, another powerful tool is integrating gentle mindfulness or breathing exercises into your routine, not just when you're trying to fall back asleep, but as a preventative measure throughout your day. Simple deep breathing, where you inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a count, and then exhale even more slowly through your mouth, can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode, counteracting the fight or flight response triggered by stress. If you do wake up at 2 a.m. with a racing mind, try not to panic or get frustrated, as that only adds to the stress. Instead, avoid checking the clock, which can increase anxiety. Gently remind yourself that it's just your mind being active. Get up if you need to, but only if you genuinely can't fall back asleep within 15-20 minutes. If you do get up, avoid bright lights and screens. Sit in a quiet, dimly lit space and engage in a calming activity. This could be reading a very boring book, listening to soft, calming music, or practicing those gentle breathing exercises. You might even use that time for a quick private gratitude practice, simply thinking of 3 small things you appreciate in your life. This shifts your focus from worry to positive emotions. The goal isn't necessarily to solve all your problems at 2 a.m., but to acknowledge the thoughts. Gently redirect your focus and create an environment that encourages sleep. It's about building resilience against the nighttime surge of worries and learning to calm your internal landscape. This consistent practice of acknowledging and releasing stress throughout your day can be incredibly effective in helping you maintain uninterrupted sleep through the night. Moving on, let's look at how our daily rhythms and physical activity, or lack thereof, influence our night. This brings us to our fifth crucial habit: harnessing the power of daylight and incorporating gentle movement into your day. Our bodies are incredibly sensitive to light and darkness. We have an internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, which largely dictates our sleep-wake cycle. This rhythm is heavily influenced by exposure to natural light, particularly bright morning light, which signals to our bodies that it's daytime and helps to regulate the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. If you spend most of your day indoors, away from natural light, or if your sleep schedule is inconsistent, your internal clock can become confused. This disruption can lead to difficulty falling asleep. And yes, waking up at those odd hours like 2 a.m. because your body isn't receiving clear signals about when it should be asleep and when it should be awake. The solution is wonderfully simple and incredibly beneficial for your overall well-being. Make an effort to get natural light exposure every day, especially in the morning. Even just 15-30 minutes outdoors shortly after waking can make a significant difference. Open your curtains, sit by a sunny window, or even better, take a short walk outside. This morning light helps to reset your circadian rhythm, telling your body, it's daytime, be awake and alert. This in turn helps your body to produce melatonin more effectively later in the evening, preparing you for sleep. Think of it as setting your internal clock correctly for the entire day. And it's not just about light. Gentle movement plays a vital role too. While strenuous exercise too close to bedtime can be stimulating and detrimental to sleep, regular, moderate physical activity during the day can profoundly improve sleep quality. Activities like walking, gardening, swimming, or Tai Chi not only help to relieve stress and improve mood, but they also provide a healthy physical fatigue that encourages deeper, more restorative sleep. When your body has expended some energy during the day, it's more ready for rest at night. However, timing is everything. Try to complete any moderate to vigorous exercise at least 3 to 4 hours before your planned bedtime. Exercising too close to sleep can raise your core body temperature and stimulate your nervous system, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. Instead, reserve the hour or two before bed for very gentle activities, as we discussed earlier, like light stretching or simply winding down. The combination of consistent natural light exposure throughout the day, particularly in the morning, and regular gentle physical activity creates a powerful synergy that reinforces your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. It helps your body understand when it's meant to be active and when it's meant to be at rest, reducing the likelihood of those jarring 2 a.m. awakenings and paving the way for more peaceful, uninterrupted nights. This habit, perhaps more than any other, connects us back to our fundamental biological needs and can truly ground us in a healthier rhythm of life. So, we've explored 5 gentle yet powerful approaches to help you reclaim your nights from those unwelcome 2 a.m. awakenings. We started by looking at how balancing your blood sugar through mindful eating, especially in the evening, can prevent those internal alarm bells from going off. Then, we talked about the importance of consciously crafting a peaceful evening wind-down routine, stepping away from screens and embracing calming activities to signal to your mind and body that it's time to prepare for rest. We also delved into the specifics of mindful hydration, understanding that it's not just about how much you drink, but when, to ensure your bladder isn't the reason you're frequently getting up in the night. We then tackled the often overlooked emotional side, discussing how befriending your worries and managing stress through practices like worry time and gentle breathing can quiet your mind when it craves peace the most. Finally, we emphasized the profound impact of connecting with the natural world, getting sufficient daylight exposure and incorporating gentle movement into your day to reinforce your body's natural sleep-wake rhythm. Remember, these aren't quick fixes. They are gentle invitations for your body and mind to return to a state of balance. Small, Consistent steps can make a profound difference to your health and happiness. You don't have to implement all of them at once. Perhaps start with just one or two that resonate most with you, and observe the changes. The journey to better sleep is a personal one, and every little adjustment you make is a step towards more restful nights and more energized days. Which of these 5 insights resonated most with you? Have you tried any of these strategies, or do you have your own tips for deeper sleep? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom and stories are so valuable to this community, and if this video brought you some comfort, clarity, or new ideas, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me know I'm creating content that matters to you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more helpful content designed to help you live your best life, vibrant and healthy. At every age, you deserve deep, restorative sleep that nourishes your body and spirit. Embrace these gentle changes. Listen to what your body is telling you, and truly live your best life at every age.